Continuing our reading from the book of Genesis today, again we see that Jacob, whose father Isaac did not want him to marry a Canaanite woman, so he went out to find a wife. And while he was on that journey, he comes to this spot and decides to rest at a shrine. And putting a rock under his head, he falls asleep. And in the dream we have, as we all know, Jacob's ladder, we call it, where he sees a stairway going from earth to heaven, and the angels of God, his messengers, are going up and down the ladder. Jacob recognizes that this is a holy place and that God has really contacted him. When he says that your descendants will be more than the dust of the earth, it reminds us of what he said to Abraham, who would have been Jacob's grandfather. God is continuing to unfold the history of the Old Testament as he leads step by step to the birth of Christ. Jacob would have 12 sons, and they would be the 12 sons of Israel. And from them, in the tribe of Judah, would come the Lord. And so we see that God is setting everything up. And Jacob becomes just totally ecstatic because he knows he's been contacted by God. In the gospel, we have Jesus. If Jacob was so enthralled with this experience of God, now we see Jesus, the Son of God. And notice that in his humanity, he comes and the woman just touches his cloak and she's cured. He goes in and touches the little girl and she rises from the dead. Divinity touches humanity through Jesus Christ. When Jesus walked the land, his humanity was so visible. For you and me now, we live by faith. And the same Jesus that touched this woman and this little girl touches us through the sacraments of the church, the body and blood of Christ. We receive in the Eucharist and every sacrament, God touches us and strengthens his divine life within us. How blessed we are to know that that same Lord is still with us, leading us all to eternal life. Let us stand and offer our prayers and petitions.